Hey, what's going on, y'all? Fellas, ladies, what's going on? Jump right into this real quick. Pop paranoia, pop panic attacks, weed anxiety, whatever you may want to call it. This fucked up low position that you're in right now. I'm gonna help you get yourself out of that real quick. So listen to me real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm here to coach you, man, for real. When you're with me, man, listen to what I'm saying and hear me out, man. A lot of that shit that you're dealing with. For instance, you know what? I'm gonna double back. I'm gonna talk about some shit when I was 16. This is the first time I had a panic attack, right? I was sitting in the car with my cousin, you know what I'm saying, smoking a fucking blunt. Everything's good. There was no problems before that ever. Never had a problem, never a situation even close to that. There was a time I tripped out, seeing shit when I was high as fuck. That happens. You know, you get real high, you start seeing shit. That can lead to a panic attack. It didn't do it for me, but something else did. Now, remind you, I had just moved from where I was at to another location miles and miles away. You know what I'm saying? Real fucking far. And I had to go fit in with a new crowd of people, new friends, new surrounding, new environment. Everything was new. But everything took me off guard. I wasn't expecting to come in here not being the man. When I was in high school and all that shit, everybody knew me. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of friends, had a lot of people, smoking weed with people I was comfortable with. Everything was cool. Nobody was making me feel like, like shit when I was, that never happened, but no one made me feel that way. You understand? Because I never really got to experience that with them anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? So later on, I was able to find out who my friends really were. And sometimes it might take a pot paranoia situation or a pot panic attack for you to understand who your friends really the fuck are. Because they're not there to care for you and comfort you during a situation like that. You don't need to be around that motherfucker, at least not smoking pot. You know what I'm saying? But that shouldn't stop you from being able to do what you want to do and love doing, because pot is not there to hurt you. Just like any other medication. Got to gain a tolerance toward it. New strains. I'm going to get into that a little bit later as well. So I'm sitting there, we smoking pot. My heart's beating real fucking fast, man. We on our way to PetSmart, you know what I'm saying, to go get some shit for the fishes and whatever, right? We actually went to go get some fish, and, we was in there high as hell. Now, this is the first time I had a panic attack. My cousin, who is, he's a savior, and he's the peacemaker. And he's a good dude to be around, man. Love him. He's in there talking to me, man. What's going on, dog? I'm like, dog, my heart's beating real fucking fast, dog. You can see my shirt. I'm not even making this shit up. It's going like, you can see that motherfucking fluttering, dog. So I'm like, shit. Because now you're high, so it's extra intense. You're like, fuck, dog, I'm finna die. Bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And why the hell am I scared of that anyway? You know what I'm saying? Because if that's my time to go, then it's my fucking time to go. Who the fuck am I to complain? But it wasn't my time to go, and I'm over here overthinking something I don't even know the outcome to yet. He's calming me down. He's like, dog, it's been a little bit fast, but, just relax, dog. Calm down. You with us. Don't worry about nothing. You good. And I was shaking. I was a little bit shooken up after the situation. And it calmed down, though, about immediately almost. He talked to me, and he made it better. And walked into PetSmart, stupid duper high. You know what I'm saying? That's irrelevant at this point now. I'm feeling a lot better now. But after that situation, they're like, you shouldn't smoke no more weed no more. Now, it's not their fault that they're saying that. Both my cousins, but they're just, they're worried about me, and they're people who care. They're concerned. And that carried on a lot. I smoked weed a couple more times like that. It didn't happen. And I smoked some other new shit with somebody at school. Heart was beating hella fast. I was freaking out. Now I look back at all these situations. How long did it take for this shit to go away? How long did it last? And when was it the worst? Like that situation, the first one that I just explained to you, that happened for like 5 minutes flat and it went away. Calmed down. Everything was cool. Heart started beating a little bit less after he calmed me down. Made me know that everything was gonna be okay. If you can't be brought back to normal, then something up here is fucked up. And it needs to be addressed, and it needs to be fixed, and you need to talk to somebody about those things. You're holding some shit inside of you, something that hurts you, and you don't even know what it is. You have to identify what that is and then let it out. What are you fearful of when this is happening? Why am I worried right now? My heart's beating a little bit fast. So what? It beats when I run. It beats when someone scares me, but I don't freak out in situations like that. It beats during adrenaline rushes. Car, anything can make your heart beat fast. Intense moments can do that. Weed is intense. When you're smoking that shit, everything intenses. Everything's intensified. It's obvious. That happens all the fucking time. So why are you bitching up now? There's no reason for it, right? I bitched up. Don't think I'm trying to talk to you and tell you that you're not doing some shit that I ain't never been through and a whole bunch of other people said and been through as well. You're not the only one. Numbers don't lie on YouTube. There's a lot of people who seen my videos about pop paranoia and they understand. So it was good to know that there's a whole bunch of people out there who deal with it. So I'm here to tell you ways that you can get past this and you can be able to smoke with your homeboys and have a good time and homegirls, and you can just, kick it like you used to. I look back at those situations now that I'm a grown man, and I'm like, looking back, I'm like, damn. That shit kept me from smoking pot for years because of the scariness of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I was so scared that the on and off switch one at a time was just going to stay on. Panic attack all the time. And that's what it did. And things just got worse for me in my life. Dealing with shit at home. Dealing with problems outside of school. Not giving, and things like that. A lot of stress and just trying to fit in with the new kids. And I'm not the type of motherfucker to try to slide in there and be cool so you can like me. I'm just going to be myself. And a lot of people didn't like who I was. Or they were jealous of something. Who knows? It could be a lot of different factors. I can't put the statement on what I think it is, but it could be a lot of different factors. I look back and I'm like, okay, that took me 5 minutes to get rid of that. How? Someone talked to me who was close and a good friend, as well as family. I had another situation one time. I remember this shit was funny. Me and my homeboy was smoking this shit, and this is when I was having the panic attacks and I was scared. So even before going in to go smoke this shit, I'm panicking. Checking my goddamn heartbeat before I even hit the weed. What's that about? Why? I'm over here talking about it's being not too fast, it's a little bit fast. Like, nigga, it's being fast like that because I'm already stressing out. That happens all the time. When you stress or anything like that happens, heart start being a little bit faster. Right now, I'm calm, heart's beating at a nice normal pace. And if I smoked a little bit of weed right now, if I did, it'd be beating a little bit faster. Just, so it go from like that to like maybe like that. Big fucking deal. It ain't beating harder. Even if it is doing that, you can calm yourself down from that shit. You just have to relax. So 5 minutes for that situation, all I had was a little bit of a talk. Now I'm smoking with my homeboy, we're smoking. And I'm already freaking out before we get into the shit. And I take a couple hits. I took like 2 hits and the shit was good. I started fucking coughing. When I started coughing, that made me get immediate anxiety. Did the weed kick in yet? No, it didn't. I'm still coughing. It's going to kick in a couple seconds. But it's going to kick in. And I'm worried, like, damn, I'm coughing now. I'm going to be even extra high. So that means if I have a panic attack, I'm going to be high for panicking for 2 hours. Like, why am I thinking about that shit? No business. Before I even get into the match. You know what I'm saying? It's like, before I even get into the fight, I'm like, man, I'm going to lose, man. I'm going to fucking lose. You're probably going to lose. If you keep really betting on yourself for failure. It's obvious. It happens. If you keep sitting there being like, yo, man, there's no way I can do it. There's no way. Yeah, you're exactly right. There's no way you can do it because you keep saying that bullshit to yourself every fucking day. So there's no way. But there's a way you can get past this. So we start smoking and all of a sudden my heart starts beating fast. It was already probably beating fast with the coughing. Duh, I'm choking. And it's beating fast because I'm a little bit stressed out. Now it's being extra fast because I intensified it with some weed. So then now I feel my heart after I'm done smoking and it's beating fast. And not even that fucking fast, but fast. Under 100 beats a minute. But then when I freaked out, I was like, no, dog, I'm gonna fucking die, dog. Feel my heart. I'm asking my homeboys to feel my heart. They're over here like checking my pulse and shit. They're like, okay. It's like, it's a little fast. And no one's checking the pulse besides me. How many times have you smoked weed with somebody and they start going like this? Fuck, dog, it's beating fast. Never, right? Unless they're dealing with the same shit that we're dealing with, right? I don't deal with it no more. Like, rarely. It rarely happens. Even when it does, it don't last with like 5-10 minutes. Because I have a system of how I get myself out of it. Can't work for everybody, but I have a way. I'm not scared to die. So the only thing that I'm scared of when I smoke pot is dying. Other than that, there's no reason for me to be scared of anything else. So that's enough. What's your scare? That something bad's gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? Probably death and shit like that. I can't tell you to not be scared of death. You know what I'm saying? That's a scary factor. But things that happen in my life, maybe not really care about that. Am I suicidal? Hell no. I love life and I love living and I love helping people as long as I'm here. But I just got to keep going and not think about the negative shit, and being scared and having all these fears and all that shit like that, worrying and shit like that, which is a preview to a scare, into terror, into horror, all that shit. It's unnecessary to hold on to that, you know what I'm saying? Because when it's your time to go, it's your time to go, and why would you want to get taken? Why are you going to die from smoking some weed? Something that grows, you know what I'm saying? There's so many other things you take, but you wouldn't freak out about that. You can be taking some Oxycontin, some pills, drinking, feeling like shit, but you won't worry as much. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Let me turn that off, bro. Be the last motherfucker breathing. Shut the... Oh my god, yo. I'm gonna get a copyright strike, yo. We're gonna get a copyright strike. Anyway, I ain't gonna be on this video much too longer. So, that happened. And then he felt my heartbeat, right? And he's like, feel mine. I felt his, I swear on everything I love, it was beating the same fucking pace as his. The same exact pace. I can't make this shit up. And he made me feel a lot better from that. But you know what? I got my own head and I went back to that shit, started beating faster. So after that, it calmed down and it went faster again because I got my own fucking head. You need to discuss this with somebody. You need to surround yourself with better people. People who can make you feel good. Really analyze the situation. Do some research. Find out things. Breathing exercises. Jogging. Do some things like that. You have a lot of stress going on in your mind. That's adding on to the shit when you're smoking. Now, when you're smoking, you're stressing stress. You understand what I'm saying? So stay away from that. Smoke the right kind of pot. I recommend the hybrids. And, I stay away from the sativa because it's more of a head trip. And then the indica is kind of like a body high and shit like that. I like to balance it out between the two. That's my thing. And that's what a recommendation for me as well. Obviously, I'm not going to recommend taking prescription pills. But my opinion, my one that I have is Valium. Don't take them anymore. But if this is really a bad problem for you, you can maybe suggest maybe going to see a physician, maybe going to see somebody you can talk to, a psychiatrist or whatever. Talk about your problems and maybe you can put you on something that might help you out. Valium works for me the best. It might not work for you, but that's a recommendation from me as well. And I started taking them enough that I never had to take them really anymore. I only take them during extreme cases, which rarely ever happen. I'm going on to the same prescription for fucking 3-4 months. 60 pills. I take them as needed. Which is rarely, and went through a lot of shit that it's the only reason why I was taking those things, barely even then. And fact of the matter is that I got myself my own head, and that's a lot of the reason for the shit that's going on with you. You're in your own head, and you keep really thinking of shit that you don't know the answer to. You're not predicting the future. You're not a fucking famous philosopher who thinks he can see shit and how the world is. You don't know shit yet until you go through the day. You can only make your assumptions, your observations, and things like that. But that's all you can do, and it's an opinion. You don't know what's gonna happen yet. You understand what I'm saying? If you go to a doctor, I guarantee you, the moment you get to that doctor, you're gonna walk in there, heart beating fast. You're gonna get next to the physician, your heart's gonna calm down. Think about that for a second, or whatever's going on with you is gonna stop doing it. You know why? Because you're in front of people who can protect you. They can fix it. You're like, oh man, they can probably do this and do that and stop my heart from beating that fast. So there's no reason for you to freak out anymore. You feel safe now. You're in a hospital. If I die, I'm here. These people protect people from dying. But you'll trust them. But you won't trust them. You know what I'm saying? You won't trust yourself and you won't trust the pot you're smoking and shit like that. Obviously, be careful buying off the streets from people. I wouldn't recommend that. If you don't know the guy selling you shit with all types of seeds and sticks, probably not the best. Not saying there's nothing wrong with Reggie, but that's the shit that causes the biggest panic attacks is smoking Reggie. If that's a problem that's happened with you, don't go buy an ounce of Reggie just because it costs $40 for an ounce. Don't do that. Just go pay the extra $1 for the loud. Hold on to it. Don't smoke so much of it. Gain your tolerance back up. If you're having panic attacks and problems with that, I recommend that you grab yourself an ounce or like half an ounce of some shit, of some good stuff, some shit you like. You might deal with a panic attack at first, but if you don't just back out because I'm not gonna smoke anymore. You gotta build your shit back up. So go smoke again after that, and I guarantee you it won't happen. Because that first panic attack I had like last week, when I smoked the weed after that again, that was from the new strain, the Great Bait shit. I went and smoked some shit again, and I rolled up another blunt, and it didn't happen again. You know why? Because my body builds up to it. It recognizes that, okay, this is what your body wants, and this is what you need. This is what the fuck you need. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep feeding you this all the time because I love it. I love it. It's been a couple days since I smoked. Normally in these videos, you probably see me higher than a kite, smoking a blunt, but this time I feel like, whatever. I can do this sober, I can do it high, I can do it whatever. It don't matter what state of mind I'm in. That's a hobby. You know what I'm saying? Also a part of my everyday life as well, but it's also a hobby. It's not a necessity. I love weed. I don't really want to go life without it, but it's not a necessity and it's not something I need. But if you feel like something that you just can't live without and you love doing it, I almost felt that way. I found out ways to go about being able to smoke it again. And I had to understand that myself was the problem. Nobody else but myself was. Now, if you feel like when you smoke by yourself, it feels better that way, then it's probably your surroundings, the people you're with. They're not good people. Stay away from them. or back off. You know what I'm saying? Because something's going on there. If you feel like when you're at home or your house, the arguing, the yelling and shit like that, stay away from it. Don't smoke there. Go somewhere else. Smoke outside. Get in your own head by yourself. Smoking with friends, man, is a better thing. You can take your mind off of it, man. There's a lot of times I'm having panic attacks, and my mind will get directed somewhere else. Like someone will be telling me some shit, and all of a sudden I wouldn't be thinking about the panic attack. And then when I stop, oh shit, my heart was beating, and I check it, and then it starts beating a little bit faster. But I wasn't bothered by it in between the conversation we was having. You know why? Because it's not a real fucking thing. It's just not, you know what I'm saying? It's not something's gonna kill me because it's not actually some, you know. It's just we're just worried about nothing for no reason. Things that happen all the time, sober. You know what I'm saying? We're worrying because we're high on that weed. It's something, you know, it's intensified, man. That's all it is. So don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay, and you'll be able to smoke weed again. You can call me up. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, here's gonna pass the blunt this way and everything. You know, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just keep that on the low, and I'll give you the money for that thing. You know what I'm saying? And we just go on about our everyday business, you know. And just keep smoking up and just keep feeling right and keep feeling good. Stay out of the crazy shit and the crazy things that are in your head. Try to find ways to cope with the stress a little bit. Maybe some coping exercises, you know, that can help you with stress. I went to myself. I went to be a vegetarian. That's how hard I went to go smoke weed. Right now, I'm not a vegetarian, but some years back, I tried the vegetarian thing. I loved it. It felt good. I was natural. I was smoking weed out of apples, eating vegetables, and smoking green. Ain't nothing better. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit was just, it was the shit, yo. You know, it was beautiful. It was like enjoying nature, man. You should try enjoying nature. Really love this life because you can lose everything and something fucked up can happen to you tomorrow, today. And you might not be able to see tomorrow. So enjoy what's going on right now and don't worry about the simple little shit that can be going on in your fucking head. That ain't even really should be affecting you physically. You know, mind over matter. And that's the only thing that matters, really, if you think about it. So just focus on what's right, what's good, what's positive, and everything's going to be okay. Then you can move in a positive direction. And when you smoke that weed smoke, oh, that's definitely a positivity thing. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about that, man. We want everything to be positive except tests that we don't want. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, just test yourself, man. You know, understand who you are. Really understand, because a lot of us don't know who we actually are as people. We don't know ourselves. So you got to get in touch with who you are. And that's the advice that I can give you. New strains of weed, just be careful. Brace yourself, because when you smoke that shit, you don't know what you're getting into. You know, it could be a stronger pot. You know, look it up. Try Leaf Fly or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Try one of those good pot sites like that. Look up the reviews. Look up the strain. Ask what guy, like, so I have a weed man hits me up like, dog, I got that shit. I got this. I got OG Kush. I got that. I got the Skittles. I got Girl Scout cookies. Okay, that's what's good. You know what I'm saying? I know what I can buy from him. He still has the great shit. But I don't like messing with that shit because it was kind of strong for me. But and honestly, it didn't get me to the mode where I can focus very clearly. Some weed just has different symptoms and different things for it. You know, some weed's really good on helping you be focused and be relaxed. Some weed is good for like helping you be really giggly, happy, a lot of euphoric feeling. A lot of that stuff can happen during the pot you smoked. You know, some weed can help really good for pain and things of that nature. So there's different types of strains for different things you need to help your brain and maintain and get yourself through that bullshit. Throw away the pain, numb it like Novocaine. You know what I'm saying? Just fuck it, and adapt to everyday situations, and you'll be able to do what you want to do again in no time. Trust me, believe me on that, baby, because I'm a shoulder to lean on. Maybe not cry on, you know what I'm saying? Because this is a fucking, you know, $2,000 shirt you going. No, it's like, you better get your money back. They fucking ripped you off, right? Anyway, I'm about to sign out, man. I don't want to make this video too long. It's hot as fuck in here. That's the main reason. I got a fan right here, but it's just for show. Just for show. It don't really work that well. So, and plus I don't like to have the fan running when I'm doing a video. It sounds all loud and shit. So anyway, like I said, I'm gonna sign out, man. I really hope this helped you get through your day. I hope this helped you be able to smoke pot like you should be again. You can also check out my other videos as well on how to beat panic attacks and shit like that. You're not gonna die. Check it up on the link, you know what I'm saying? Search up and you can find that video. You can check it out. A lot of helpful tips to get you through it as well. So keep smoking. Y'all take it easy out there. Like and subscribe. Appreciate y'all.